Hey everybody, welcome back to Dungarvin TV. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe and give us a big thumbs up. Today we're going to be cleaning Missy's cage. Okay, so you can tell when your guinea pig's cage is dirty because depending on your bedding, I use paper bedding. Her water bottle's right here and it likes to leak, and she also likes to pee and poop right here because this is her food bowl. So when this gets darker, you know it's time to clean your guinea pig's cage. Also, if their blankets are kind of damp, you'll need to know you need to clean your guinea pig's cage. And if you look inside of their bedding, there will be poop everywhere. So the first part of cleaning your guinea pig's cage is you need to figure out where you're going to put them while you clean their cage. Some people have alternative cages, other people have CNC crates that they set up in a small area. I like to let my guinea pig free roam. So the first thing you have to do if you let your guinea pig free roam is make sure there's nothing on the floor that they can get into to harm themselves. The other thing you need to do is block off any areas you don't want your guinea pig to go in. So I blocked off a piece of my dresser because I didn't want her to go underneath it and chew on my cables. The next thing you're going to need to do is get your supplies ready. So for me, I like to use paper bedding and hay for her bedding. I also like to use cage cleaner, but I ran out, so for now I'm going to use Lysol, and this is full of water so I can rinse it out really good. I also have some paper towels and some gloves. So the first thing I like to do is take off her blanket. Always remember to take off the water bottle first. I used to make the mistake of leaving it on, and every time I would take it off, it would fall off and my floor would be wet. Next step is removing the top half of the cage. Now, I'm going to get Missy. Guinea pigs are prey animals, so it's in their instincts to run. Don't be discouraged if your guinea pig runs away from you. As you see, she's very relaxed, so I'm just going to go for it. When you pick up your guinea pig, always make sure to support their back legs. And when holding them, I like to put her paw in between my fingers. It makes her feel more secure. They'll snatch it out, let them, and just put it back. And then I put her on the floor. Don't let your guinea pig jump out your arms because they can hurt themselves. She likes to go under my bed and hide. She has a pouch bed, and I'm gonna look at it and feel it to see if it's wet. It's not wet. And I'm going to check inside, pull out this little bed part. My friend bought this for her. And I'm going to pour out the poop inside of here. Missy likes to drag her bed to her food bowl and lay inside of her bed and eat at the same time. So I put this back inside. And I put it on the floor so that she can go inside of it if she gets cold or if she wants to feel a little bit more secure. And then I get her blanket. It's a little damp, so I'm going to go ahead and take it out and put it to the side to wash for later. And she has a little ball that she likes to play with. I'm just going to put that on the floor for her too. So the next part is you want to get everything to one side so the dumping can be easier. So I'm going to move the wet side to the dry side because then when I'm dumping it, I won't have to scrape so much while it's already halfway in the bag. This is why we wear gloves. So now that it's all to one side, I'm gonna get the bag ready to dump it. You want to make sure, well for me, I like to make sure the bag is completely around the cage so that I don't spill any of this on my floor. So now that I have the bag on a little bit, I'm going to tip it and hopefully it works out right. And I'm just going to pour it into the bag. There's probably an easier process for this, but this is what I've come up with. So usually, like I said, I like to use cage cleaner, but unfortunately I haven't been to Walmart to get any. So today we're going to do Lysol, and we're going to rinse it really well with, I just have water in here. So Missy likes to run around her cage while I'm cleaning it, and I don't want to spray her with the Lysol on accident, so I'm going to shoo her away. So first thing you want to do is spray it a little bit. You don't want to spray it too much. Especially if you're using Lysol. If you're using cage cleaner, then it's fine. So you're going to let the Lysol sit for 3 minutes. I say 3. Usually people say like leave it on for 5 minutes, but I like to leave it on for 3 because, I don't know, I don't want it to be on for too long because it's not good for the guinea pig's cage. After leaving it sitting, I get 2 paper towels and I just wipe it down. So I'm trying to get all the debris and everything to one side at this part. Ew. This cage is really old, so there's like some spots that I can try as hard as I want. It's not gonna come off. I actually bought Missy a new cage, and in my next video I'm gonna be showing you guys that one and how to clean that one. So now that it's all on one side, I'm gonna start putting it into a corner. Missy's chewing on cardboard, if you were wondering what that sound was. And after I have it all into one pile, I kind of just scoop it out. And it goes into the trash can. So now I'm going to spray it with a little bit of water because it's not dry. There's still like Lysol on there. So I'm going to use that mixed with water and kind of give it the final wipe down. And be very generous with the water if you're using Lysol or something that's not cage cleaner, because you want to make sure you rinse this out all the way. All the sides and walls too. Now I'm going to use more paper towels, and again, I'm going to wipe it down. This time I'm kind of starting on the walls, so anything can kind of just fall down to the bottom where there's quite a lot of water. Now I'm going to focus on the bottom part and kind of do what I did the first time. Now I'm kind of just soaking up all of the water. And then I'm going to spray it with water one more time just to be safe. Some things to know about guinea pigs is that they love veggies. They can eat apples. They can eat watermelon. I believe you should take out the seed. Missy loves carrots and celery, but I believe her favorite is spinach. Your guinea pigs are social animals, so they're usually in herds. I only have Missy because I kind of rescued her a little bit, and I wanted to get used to her before I got another one. I am planning on getting another one soon for her, so she can have a friend. The new cage is way bigger. Your guinea pigs will talk to you if they're hungry or if they're excited. I like to call it eeking. I don't really know what the real sound is. You'll hear Missy do it when I give her treat at the end. So I just got done wiping it all down. There's no more soap in here. It's all dry. So the next thing I'm gonna do is put down her paper bedding. So online they recommend that their bedding is 2 inches thick. I like to use this paper bedding that you can get from Walmart. Other people use wood bedding, like sawdust, wood chips kind of. There's other white paper bedding, and some other people like to use blankets. So I like to use paper bedding for now. I'm planning on trying a different paper, but for now this is it. So I'm gonna pour it into the bedding. Missy's excited because she thinks it's the hay, but I'm not there yet. You might see her jump in. So I like to pour a little bit and then spread it out and see what it looks like. Usually I'll put down like paper bags underneath, but I don't have any right now, so this is what's gonna have to do. See, she thinks it's the hay. Missy, get out of here. Thank you. Of course. And once she realized it wasn't hay, she was out of there. Now is Missy's favorite part, the hay. My least favorite part, hay actually makes me break out in hives. So I like to take a Benadryl or something before I do her cage. You see how excited she is? I like to use Timothy hay. I believe you could use alfalfa as well, but I know Timothy is safe for sure, so that's what I use. You can tell that you have good hay by how long the straws are. So the longer the straws, the better the hay is. If it has shorter straws throughout the bag instead of just in the bottom part of the bag, you know the hay is not that great quality. Okay, so I like to spread out the hay evenly for her in her cage. I give Missy a little bit of extra because, as you guys can see, she's a little chunky. Another thing, if you're putting hay just freely in their cage like this instead of in a their food holder or something that you could put hay into that can hang from their cage, you always want to make sure you pack it down. Because if you don't pack it down, the hay can poke your guinea pig in the eye and it can become infected, and that's a trip to a vet. And we don't like to go to the vet, and really neither do our guinea pigs. When we take them out the cage and we put them in the car and they go to a strange place, they become very anxious and they breathe heavy and their heart paces really fast and they become stressed. So you really don't want to take your guinea pig out of the cage unless you're going to let them free roam, play, or if you're going to give them a bath. You don't want to take them for a car ride. They don't really like those. So as you see, Missy jumped in her cage. I don't have to chase her around my room. So the next thing I'm going to do is put her little bed back into her cage. Give her new blanket in case she gets hot inside of here and she wants to sit outside of it and not on the hay. Or sometimes she just likes to play around in the blanket and run through it. And then her little ball. And then I'm going to put the cage back on the table. I like to put a blanket over Missy's cage. One, because they like to be in more darker areas. And two, because as you can see, there's cords behind her cage. And she pulled them through one time and chewed it up. So this is what we do now. And I put her water bottle back on. And because she did such a great job, she always gets a treat.